It feels like you're on a stage, watched, judged, a spotlight following you everywhere. Look out at the seats. They're empty. That whole time you thought a room full of people was studying you, noticing the thing on your shirt, the word you got wrong, the way you were standing. There was hardly anyone out there. The show you've been performing your entire life has been playing, night after night, to a nearly empty house. You just couldn't see past the light in your own eyes. So let's turn it around and look out. Start with the feeling, because it's so convincing. There's a moment, maybe from today, maybe from 10 years ago, that you still replay. A stumble, a bad joke that landed wrong, something on your face. And in the memory, everyone saw it. Everyone clocked it. Some of them are probably still thinking about it. Here's the first crack in that. They're not. They very likely didn't notice, and if they did, they forgot by the time they got to their car. It's not that your embarrassment isn't real, it's that it's living mostly in one place. Yours. And that turns out to be one of the most reliable illusions the human mind produces. It even has a name. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect, and they've measured it in a way that's weirdly perfect. They took students, put them one at a time into an embarrassing t-shirt, a big, uncool face on the front, and sent them into a room full of other people. Then they asked, "How many in that room do you think noticed your shirt?" The students, cringing, guessed that about half of everyone had clocked it. Then they checked. The real number was closer to a quarter, around half of what the wearers were sure of. And it holds far beyond t-shirts. Your haircut, your stumble, the pause where you forgot a word. You feel a spotlight on it. To everyone else, it's a detail in a crowded, distracted evening, glanced at, if at all, and gone. It runs both directions, too. The new haircut you were hoping someone would notice slid right past them just the same. And it isn't only your outside you overestimate, it's your inside. Think of the last time you were nervous in front of people. A toast, a presentation, a hard conversation. Your heart was slamming, your thoughts were scrambling, and it felt like all of it was written across your face for everyone to read. It wasn't. Watch a recording of someone who swears they were visibly falling apart, and you usually can't tell. There's a name for this one, too. The illusion of transparency. We're sure our inner state, the fear, the awkwardness, the little lie, the boredom, leaks out and shows. It mostly stays sealed inside, loud to you and silent to them. It's the same reason you're sure people can tell when you're bored, or attracted, or telling a small white lie. And usually, they can't. The storm you feel is, from the outside, a fairly calm face.
So why is your read on this so far off?
It comes down to a simple, unshakable fact. You are the exact center of your own experience. You have total front-row access to yourself. Every flush of your skin, every stumble, every anxious thought, in full volume, filling your whole world. And when you try to guess what someone else sees, you start from that, from your own overwhelming view, and you can never quite subtract enough. You anchor on how huge it feels to you, and adjust down too little. It's not vanity, and it's not weakness. It's just where you're standing, dead center, with the best seat in the house to your own life, and no seat at all in anyone else's. That's the trick. The spotlight was never mounted in the ceiling, pointed at you by the crowd. It's the one you're holding, pointed at yourself, and mistaking for theirs. And now the part that actually sets you free. Ask why those seats are empty, and the answer is almost funny. They're empty because every single person who might be watching you is busy starring in their own show, running their own spotlight effect.
just as convinced that they are the one being watched. The person you're certain judged your outfit spent that same night quietly worried about their own hair. The friend you think noticed you go quiet was replaying their own bad joke from an hour before. Want proof from inside your own head? Try to picture a stranger you stood next to in a queue last week. You can't. You weren't studying them. You were somewhere in your own thoughts. That is exactly where they were about you. There's no audience for your life because everyone got cast as the lead in theirs. No one has the spare attention to spend a whole evening on you. They can barely keep the light on their own stage. Now, this isn't a stupid mistake to make. It's an old one, and it used to be right. For almost all of human history, you lived your whole life inside one small group. Everyone knew you. Your reputation was your safety. Get shamed, get cast out, and that could genuinely cost you everything. So, one idea goes, we grew a hair-trigger alarm that says, people are watching, people are judging, be careful. In that world, the alarm was doing life-saving work. The trouble is, you now walk through crowds of strangers who will never think of you again, and the ancient alarm can't tell the difference. It fires anyway. It fires hardest in your teenage years, when the sense of a constant, watching audience peaks, which is why being 15 felt so unbearably observed, and why it slowly eased. The alarm isn't broken, it's just answering a danger that, most of the time, isn't there. So, who's watching? Almost no one. Almost never. For almost no time at all. The stumble you'll replay for the next decade, the room had forgotten before dessert. And that isn't a lonely thought. It's the door swinging open. You are not on trial. You never were. The audience you've been performing for, apologizing to, shrinking in front of, rehearsing for at 2 a.m, was only ever the one you built and lit and filled inside your own head. You're allowed to step out of that light. Look out at the seats one more time. They've been empty the whole time, and that means you were free the whole time too. Some of the strangest things in the world are the ones happening to you every single day. You've just never stopped to ask why.